What's up, guys? Welcome back to RT2CC Comic Club. Today is Monday, and I was really worried about the government shutdown, but after reading the article over the weekend that said it really doesn't have much impact on the markets, it made me feel a lot better. And this morning the futures were down a little bit, but then they started to come back up. So I just logged in. It's like 10:39 in the morning. I just logged in. Check it out. Woo! Up about 8,000 for the day. Let's see who our top performers are. Oh, by the way, I want to make a correction about yesterday. The Amazon Go store apparently is not open yet, but I think they're opening it this week. They must have just been doing some test runs. Wow, look at Lamb Research. Holy crap, I'm going to have to look up what's going on with them. And then Roku's doing really well as well. And oh, and then GoPro. Oh, we might hit 50 bucks here with this one, guys. Hopefully they can make a comeback. I really do hope wish the best for them. I know they're trying really hard and they're making a good product. It's just they're just a little slow with their releases, and I think by the time it comes out, people aren't really impressed with the product. Even though if you look at what their cameras can do, I'm still impressed, but it's just competition so stiff nowadays. It's just crazy. So yeah, doing very well. Let's look at the watch list, and then I don't want to spend too much time on this because the market's not closed yet. So a lot could change, but wow, look at that. We got some marijuana stock here, I believe. Some more of them here. Man, they're just on fire. And then Netflix, whew, Netflix is really up there. And then Tesla, super stoked about that. And then we got Stamps, Amazon, Intel, Facebook, Microsoft. Look at a lot of the good ones, guys. So that's exciting. I'm really excited about Domino's Pizza as of late because they've been doing very well. And we could make some good money with that one. Alright, so I am going to add some to my watch list. I was talking about Cypress Semiconductor, and I'm going to look up those symbols and then add them to my watch list, so 1 second. So if you ever, this is just like a huge beginner tip, if you're just starting out, if you don't know what the symbol is for a company, you can just type in the company name usually, and it'll pop up. So these are the three I'm adding. Oh, and also Watt Technologies, my friend was talking about that, and I was really excited about them until I read this one article. A lot of the commenters are really bashing them and saying that they're not legit. I don't know, so I need to do some more research on that one. But I'm going to add all four of these to the watch list. And then there's Watt, they're down. They just went on a huge run though. That's another thing that's kind of a little worried about, because look at this like 3-month chart. Like, that's just crazy. Huge spike from like under $10 to over 30. And then it dropped basically almost half of that. So I don't really know what's going on with that one. I need to do some research, but that is something I heard they were like really experimenting with wireless charging, like from a distance away, not even putting something on a charging mat, like being able to charge it from far away. I don't know. I got to do some more research. I don't know much about that company yet, but yeah, those other ones that I just added, I'm gonna do some research on them as well. Well, I already know a lot about them, so I don't need to do much research with them. But here is, for example, here's Cypress Technologies. Let's look at their 1-year chart. That is pretty good. Look at mostly green. They've only lost money 4 months out of the last year. Looks like they had a really shitty year in 2015, but from 2016 onward, they've been doing very well. They have a 4-star rating too. That's pretty nice. So this is one I'm looking at investing in. The other one is Fogo de Chão. So I've never eaten at this restaurant before, so I probably should eat there at least once before I make my decision, but they had a really rough go of it looks like last year, but then it looks like they're kind of on a little bit of a rebound here, so let's check the 5-year. Ooh, that's actually pretty bad. Maybe I won't invest in this one. I'm not sure. I mean, this could be a good opportunity maybe, like down might be on its way back up, so it might be a good time to get in, just based on like the last 3 months. But yeah, it's going to be, and they're not that expensive, so if I were to invest in this, I'm definitely not going to risk a lot of money. Let's look at the other one. So here is Align Technology. They're the ones that make those Invisalign teeth straighteners, which is like a good alternative for braces. And wow, look at that chart. That's a chart right there, fellas. Ladies and gentlemen, that is a really good chart. Wow. Damn, where was I? I was falling asleep at the wheel on this one. Jeez. Look at their 2017. It's like, phew. That's way up. They only lost money in December, but they made money 11 out of the last 12 months. Wow. Okay, I think I might have to buy a call on this one, but they're pretty expensive. So I'm gonna see what the prices are. All right, so this is pretty expensive. I definitely can't afford this. I only have like 500 bucks to spend, and even at January 18th, 2019, 330 strike, their current price is 265. That's still, I'm looking at almost $2,000 for just one call. So I can't even afford this, so that's a huge bummer. So I'm gonna have to just kind of wait and see if when I start unloading some positions, I'm definitely gonna look into getting that one as soon as possible. So anyways, I gotta do some editing, so we'll come back later today. What's up, guys? Welcome back. So it is almost 10 o'clock, and check out how we finished. Woo! 260. So we just closed at an all-time high. I'm so excited. Lots of big news happening today, but the man of the hour, Reed Hastings with Netflix, and we will talk about that in a little bit. So let's just look at how we did, and here's a little summary of the trades I did. I bought 3 calls today of Cypress Semiconductor after reading that article that I previously talked about. I wanted to get in on that, and also the Align Technologies for Invisalign was way too expensive, so I just decided to go with that one, which you probably already saw. Okay, so anyways, check out the winners. We had Lam Research, and I'll have to look up I forgot to look them up, but I'll have to look up an article about them. 75% gain though, which is huge. Then we have Square with 21%, Roku 48%. A lot of big names, a lot of big winners today. Our highest gainer though was Home Depot, and check out how solid Home Depot was. If you watch my video, I'll post a card in the top corner if I can remember. If not, just look for my video in the beginning of January called My Top Picks for 2018. Home Depot was my #1 pick for the safe stocks, and if you wanted something that was a little more safe. So let's look at Home Depot's sorry, the internet was being slow, so I had to wait for the page to load. But let's look at Home Depot here on the unrealized gains. Here we go. So check out the return so far. 340.56%. Just been a solid performer. I got in on November 20th for $4.74 a share. It is up to $20.90 a share now for this specific call option. Man, they're just dominating. I mean, what can I say? It's Home Depot. They're like the Netflix of the home improvement construction type games. So you really can't go wrong with them, in my opinion. So they just did phenomenally well today. Anyways, Amazon also did well. This particular call is up to 10,360 now per share or per contract, which is just insane. Anyways, let's go to the losers. Not too many. Apple was our biggest loser, and then Universal Display. Both of them finished down today, unfortunately. But let's look at the watch list. We got some more marijuana, the Canadian marijuana stock, sorry, up on top, which is really cool. Roku had a good day today, 8%. That's huge. Square, Netflix. There's Netflix, and they went up huge after hours. Hopefully they're still up. I'll have to double check, but yeah, they went up like $20 a share right after the earnings were reported. Just madness. And then Amazon, Weight Watchers, Intel, they're reporting earnings soon. Facebook, lots of good stuff. This is Lowe's, by the way, and Planet Fitness. But yeah, Nvidia there. So we got a lot of good ones. Adobe, Microsoft, just really good day. In fact, let me talk about, let's see, the NASDAQ went up 71 points, huge, and then the Dow went up 142 points. So awesome day for them. There's AMD up there, and then Boeing still finished up. They're still killing it. GoPro's up to $6.30. All right, making a comeback. And then yeah, so the blockchain and this Watt stock that I added were the bottom ones. So let's just wrap it up here. All right, guys. So let's talk about some Amazon. I also saw an interesting article about Ferrari. We'll talk about Lam Research, and then we'll finish up with Netflix. And I'm just going to touch on the first 3 really quick. So Amazon, as I mentioned before, is opening up their new Amazon Go grocery store, which basically is cashless, no cashier, no checkouts. You just go in, scan your phone, go in, do your shopping, and then leave, and then it charges you automatically. So very efficient, and they're going to see how it goes and if it works out, they're going to probably expand and maybe even sell their technology to other stores, which would just be huge. All right, Ferrari. Now this is funny because Ferrari has been on the record in the past saying they're never going to make an electric car. Well, it turns out they might be doing that in the future. So it looks like they're really super jealous of Tesla's supercar. And they even, in this article it said, I'll post a link in the description, but they mentioned that, it said, oh, I'm trying to remember the quote, sorry. It's like, if there's an electric supercar to be made, Ferrari will be the first, something like that. But Tesla already made one, so they're probably going to beat them to market anyways. So I just thought that was kind of funny. Definitely probably really jealous. But Ferrari stock is at an all-time high right now. And if you remember from last year, that was my best performing stock in terms of percentage return, like 671%. And I should have kept buying options with them because I think I would have made some more money. But anyways, Lam Research, there's an article called Scott Black Making Chips and Crushing Sand. Apparently it's like Scott Black is like an investor, but Barron's was asking them what appeals to you today, and he said that they like companies that generate good return on equity and free cash, and they like to buy those stocks at low absolute multiples. And his first pick is Lam Research because it's a powerhouse in the semiconductor capital equipment industry, and his products are used primarily in front-end wafer processing, which I'm not 100% sure what that is. But he said it's becoming a $50 billion business, and Lam Research has a 56 to 57% market share in that, and about a 40% share in vapor deposition. I'm not sure what that is, but it wants to gain another 4 percentage points in both through 2019. So Lam Research is just doing very well, and their stock I think is at an all-time high right now. Or at least they're doing very well. I mean, close to it. But let me talk about Netflix, because that is the man of the hour. Netflix knocked earnings again out of the park. So this article is called Netflix Inc. Shrugs Off Price Increases to Grab 8.3 million New Subscribers. So Netflix did recently raise their prices. I think they raised it like $1 to $3 depending on your package for the Netflix streaming, but still not like crazy expensive for what you get. They reported earnings today after the bell. Their Q4 for 2017 revenue, $3.29 billion, up 33% compared to last year, quarter four. And then net income, $559 million versus $187 million a year ago, which is a 178% increase. And then the GAAP earnings per share, the diluted earnings per share is 41 cents per share. This last quarter, 2014, sorry, fourth quarter 2017 compared to the fourth quarter 2016, 173% gain because it was 15 cents per share in 2016. So huge gain. And then the total streaming subscribers, 118 million total. Well, in Q4 2014 versus Q4 2016 of 94 million. So up 25%. And some other stats, they were hoping to add 1.25 million net new subscribers in the domestic and international. In the domestic, so in the United States, and then another 5.05 million abroad. Instead, they added 1.98 million in the US and 6.36 million international. So they beat both estimates, and that's usually what drives the price up. And since that happened, the price has gone up after hours. So the global streaming revenues increased by 35% year over year, well ahead of the 25% higher subscriber counts. So the average subscription fees came in at $9.02 per month, up from $8.77 per month in the third quarter, and $8.36 per month in the year ago period. Subscription fees are on the rise both domestically and abroad, but I think customers are okay with that small incremental increase because you can stream in 4K, which you can't get cable in 4K, and so you have those options. And there's just such a big library, and then the Netflix originals are doing so well. And if you're a dude, you might like the show Big Mouth on Netflix. One of my friends, Matt, turned me on to that show. It's very it's kind of like a dirty animated show like Family Guy, but it is quite funny, I think. If you're a girl, you probably won't like it. My girlfriend hates that show, but if you're a guy, you probably will like it. It's pretty funny. Anyways, strong subscriber additions were also driven by global interest in the Netflix originals, plus the ongoing adoption of internet entertainment. Quotes is where they put that. But yeah, awesome stuff for that. And then the subscriber addition guidance included some expectation that price increases might put a lid on the growth rates, but however, the actual results suggest that the streaming service is seen as an affordable entertainment option thanks to the high quality of Netflix unique content. that's what I just kind of mentioned. With what all you get, like, you really don't need cable unless you're like really glued to one of those shows. Like, for example, I love Game of Thrones and Silicon Valley, so I kind of need access to HBO for that. But other than that, like, there's not many shows that I really like need cable for. Even with like South Park, for example, I don't need cable to watch that. I can go online and they have streaming sites like, I think southparkstudios.com is one of them. You can stream full episodes on there. You don't even need to have cable. And so I personally don't really need cable, but like, there are a lot of people who, you know, there's shows that they want. But I think a lot more people are going off of that and getting services like Netflix and Hulu and Amazon Prime Video. Anyways, I'll post a link in the description if you want to read the rest of that, but we'll just leave it at that because it's a lot of information. But if you guys did like this video, please hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you had a great night, and we will see you tomorrow.